Well, I'm leaving the vet slash groomer, and because I haven't had Jamie groomed in so long, she got matted a lot worse than what I anticipated, and it looks like they're gonna have to shave her to get her mane and everything squared away, which is all my fault. I've not had her back to the groomer since July. So, and then she got wet one time because she jumped out of my trailer, got all muddy, and I tried to give her a bath and I didn't dry her right, which to dry a collie with a normal hair dryer in a towel takes like 2 hours, and you still can't really get them dry. So kind of bummed. She's got to get shaved. They're going to try to make her as pretty as possible, but she's going to go from being brown and tan to probably looking gray. So we'll see. It is I think about 10:30 in the morning, and she won't be done till about 4:30 this afternoon. So I guess we'll have to see how she turns out. Okay, so day 2 of the bathroom debacle. Went to the hardware store. I got this for the drain, and it will end up going like that. This is a reducer. Hey, where you going? Okay, because they didn't have a 1.5 inch to a 2 inch with this angle on it. So I got a 2 inch and a 2 inch, and this reduces it down to 1 inch. So this is going to go like that, and I'll have to glue that in there, and then it will sit like this on top of the pipe coming out of the floor. This will go to the bathtub. This will go up to the vent. And I also got some cleaner, and I got some all-purpose cement, and this is a hole cutter. So 7-in-1. I think it starts out like 1 inch and slowly works its way out to 2 inches. So this is just a cheap tool. It probably will work one time, but we'll see. And I just remembered I needed more stuff. So what we have here is a new tub drain. I got some plumber's putty. This is my old drain thing in the bottom of the tub. So I got just a generic new drain. Come on, I know you want to. Come on. Okay, so this is going to go in. This is the new drain for the tub. That is the Hot and Sexy stopper. This is going to go through the tub, and this is going to go somewhere like this. So, and yeah, let's get to it. Okay, now I'm just preparing the surface of the tub here so I can put the drain in and use my plumber's putty. And if you all have never used these Clorox wipes, they are excellent for just about anything. I use these things for all kinds of stuff, and these are like coconut scented. Man, they're great. They do good for cleaning faucets. You know, even if my hands are real greasy, I'll grab one of these, and they clean my hands pretty good. And they smell good. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? Now here is a gob of plumber's putty. Let me show you that container again, in case any of y'all have any questions. That's what it is. And from my understanding, you really can't overdo the putty too much, because when you tighten down the drain or whatever, you know, you're attaching it to, the excess will squeeze out and you just wipe it off. So I'm going to roll this into a little bead and put around the opening there. And there you go. I decided to put around that instead of just putting it on the tub. So now let's get her in there like so. Give it a mush. Marvelous. It looks perfect. Okay, now let's get some screwing action going on. There we go. So just so you guys can see how it works, put on your bushing, then put on the nut, and just screw it tight. So the piece that the guy gave me to slide through here to screw up into the drain where I could hook my rest of my pipe, way too long, so I had to cut it down. So by the time I cut it down, I really didn't have anything to use. So I had this piece that was already bent, but this sticks up so high, when I run it through here, I can't get on the threads to the bottom of the drain. And I know this isn't probably the right way to do it, but I'm trimming this down, and I'm going to sand it and make it a lot narrower. That way I can actually grab some of the threads and see if I can't make it work. And for those of you that might ask, this is a Leatherman core. And I think everybody should have a Leatherman core. Not just because I'm using it, but just because it's a damn good tool. Especially you ladies out there that like to do little odd and end projects. Yeah, the Leatherman core will definitely serve you well. So now, I'm just going to file down the part that I trimmed right here. So hopefully that's going to work a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to officially call this a how not to do thing video. I'm running out of time because I have to go get my dog, and I'm really getting tired of this drain. So, here is the end that I had to file down, so I can put that on it. None of my bushings or anything that I had will fit up underneath here. Well, they'll fit, but once I put this collar back around it, it doesn't give me enough area to get onto the drain. The threads, I can't grab onto them. So, yeah. I've got this here, and I've got this. So I'm assuming this collar, or little washer, goes inside like so. And then that goes over top of this pipe, that screws onto that and locks it down. And then I can take my 1.5 inch PVC glue and put it in here and run it to my drain. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm just kind of winging it, just going ahead and telling y'all I'm making this up as I go. Okay, so this is what I have, and I think that's going to be okay. Now I'm going to glue it all together and move to the next step. Okay, well, I run into another problem. It's driving me crazy. Get rid of that big daddy. Now, I've got to cut this piece of PVC down. That way I can install that. But I need this to be further down the floor. That way my drain tube's a little bit level. Because right now it goes up a hill if I was to do it like this. And I don't want that. So now I'm going to cut the hole in the floor bigger. And it's a tight spot. And I've got to break out my Sawzall. My old school 1985 Black & Decker Sawzall with the terrible cord. So, oh man, yeah. Okay, this is so awkward trying to get on the back side of the PVC. So now, got my little wood bit. I'm going to try to drill a hole on the back side so I can get my Sawzall blade. Okay, I had to take a break. I got to go get my dog. She's getting all her hair lopped off, so hopefully she don't look too weird. So here we go. This is Jamie after being back from the groomer. Sit down. Give me a sit. Sit down. Well, you got 200 pounds of fur off of you. You're awful bouncy. Sit down. You look so funny.
Day 3.
So, I don't get to work on my bathroom today. I had a friend and she wants me to help her go consignment shopping. What do I know about consignments? So, this is what I'm doing today.
6.5 hours later.
Consignment shopping sucked. That was some of the most boring, just, so dumb. So now I'm back underneath here, and I come to find out where the drain comes out of the floor, they immediately have the PE trap. And they've got it in between the metal part of the trailer and a brace in the floor. And I don't have enough room to get up in there to cut some of that PVC coming out of the floor so I can put that T. So it looks like I'm going to maybe have to cut this off, which is dumb just extra stuff you shouldn't have to do, you know. But it is what it is, I guess. Okay, back in the bathroom, just trying to figure out how I'm going to fix this. And this always happens to me. Is like, I'll get into something that should be really simple. Like, take no time at all to complete, but it sometimes takes me 3 days. So, everything comes up, and I just get so frustrated. So, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back underneath the trailer at a later date, a couple days when the weather's nice, and cut that whole drain pipe off to where it goes into the main drain for the toilet. Take that out, go ahead and cut the little section of PVC off I need, that way I can attach that T and hook up to the tub, and then just get a piece, you know, and splice the tube back onto the drain and do all that stuff. Are you helping again? See how she's got all shaved? She's so silly. She's got to feel better, don't you? You feel better? Okay. The tub drain debacle continues. It is again raining outside, and I'm attempting to try to get this drain fixed. So let's go outside and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so I just said pretty much F the rain. I'm just going to work in it, lay in the mud, all that bullshit. Pardon my language. So, here's what I've got so far, and I've moved my super awesome underpinning. I have cut here, and this is just a coupler. It's just in there for right now because I'm kind of test fitting everything. So let me take this back out and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so this is what's happening. This is the part that comes up through the floor. Okay, now, see the lines? Those are marks that I've been making where I'm slowly cutting down to where this will fit right up underneath the floor, and the drain to the tub will connect right. So I'm doing a little bit at a time on the trimming. I need to come down about another 3/4 of an inch, so I'm gonna cut that. Okay, here I am doing a little operation. I've got that PVC pipe. I've got that one, a reducer right here that's going up through the floor in the bathroom to fit that T. So these are the only things that I found at the hardware store as far as PVC cleaner and cement. This right here is a basic cleaner. From my understanding, it's not the primer. I don't know if this is the same as the primer or whatnot. Maybe some of you good plumbers out there could leave comments below. And I got this all-purpose cement. Now, is this the right way to do things? Probably not. But I'm getting to my end here and just getting aggravated. I want to get this done. As long as it doesn't leak, I'm completely happy with it. So I've cut the end of the PVC here square, and I cleaned it really good. I didn't have any type of sandpaper or nothing. All I'm using is a brass Scotch-Brite pad or a scouring pad. It seems to do pretty good. Roughs up the surface and cleans it a little bit. As you can see, you know, I've got the birds out. Cleaned it really well. And this is my coupler here. So I'm going to go outside and start putting this back up underneath the mobile home. Well, finally, I've got this job finished. Although I'm not real happy with this stopper. It doesn't seem like it stops anything. But I have yet to test it, so we'll see. So if you come around here we have the drain hooked up to the vent pipe. Goes all the way up to the ceiling and vents out. So I had to cut, as you've seen before, I had to cut the plumbing underneath and do some extra stuff, and I'm hoping that it doesn't leak now. So I'm going to give it a test and see if I can feel any leaks or anything. So I've put a little bit of water in the tub, and I'm using my body to mop my floor. Let's get down here and see if I can feel any water coming out. Nope. Sorry about the terrible camera work, but it is what it is when you're laying on your side on the floor. So I don't feel any water. I don't see any drips. So that's a positive sign. I'm going to go ahead and add this whole gallon of water and see if we get any drips then. Okay, no drips. Good. So at least we know that the tub doesn't leak when the stopper's in. That's a plus. I'm going to go ahead and pull this and see if I get any leaks anywhere else. And you can hear it leaking, or hear it draining. Sounds like everything is draining okay. There it goes, the last little bit. I don't see any leaks, so that's good. Okay, the drain is done. I have a few more odd end things I want to do. I've got the insulation pushed back up. I've got another roll of new insulation that doesn't have a back on it, kind of like this stuff. I'm going to fill in the gaps. Put the plastic back up and staple it. I'm going to get that little cheap 7-in-1 hole saw that I bought, and I'm going to drill 2 holes in the floor, because I got to have a place for my pecs to come out of the floor for the hot and cold water. And that little 7-in-1 hole saw, or hole cutter, or whatever, it worked pretty good on a cordless drill. The only thing is that the drill's got to make sure to have a really good charge on it, or it kind of struggles. But it does cut good. So here is that tool. Now it comes with 7 different sizes of blades. Now you've got 7 different sizes. This is like 2-inch, and it just slides into the little ring that it matches up with. I can't do this with one hand, but you guys can see. You see it's got that little keyway there. You just push it in and turn it down. It locks it in place, and then you drill your little hole. You know, it does. For 12 bucks, hey, it's a good little tool to have, I guess. So, excuse me. I noticed a few things. I'm going to get some of that plumber's putty. I'm going to fill all this hole up, and I'm going to pack it all in here. Maybe I'll get some expandable foam. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll probably just use expandable foam or something to keep the water from leaking back here. As you can see, it's leaked before. So I'm going to fix that. And I think that's about it for the bathroom for right now. My next project is going to be coming over here to the dryer. I need a 220 outlet for my dryer. And here is the connector I got. I think this is like 14 bucks, I think. 4-wire, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could have got one that mounted in the wall, but I didn't feel like going to the hassle of mounting a box in the wall, because here shortly at a later date all this is going to get tore down and I'd have to pull the box back out. So I'm just going to make this where I can attach it and remove it pretty easy when I get ready. Okay, so once I get the dryer squared away and make sure everything works there, I'm not really sure what my next project's going to be. Lord knows I have plenty to start on. I just need to find a direction and kind of go for it. So I think that's it for this video, guys. If you all would like and subscribe, check out my links below. If you ever use Amazon for any type of purchases, if you would, please go through my link in the description for my Amazon store. Amazon kicks me back a few little bucks. You know, doesn't cost you anything extra, nothing like that, but it helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later.